All right. I just saying recording will start. Okay. Good morning, everyone. We'll call to order at 7:30. Would just please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Happy New Year, everybody. Time flies. All right. First item, recommended actions, approval of minutes from December 3rd. I know Jenny provided them. We're looking for a motion to approve the minutes of December 3rd.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Lucy, second. Seconded by Mr. DeCourt and Ms. Calori. Any discussion on the minutes? Okay, hearing none. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, old business. There's no old business. Item D, project administration. Bid document release authorizations, bid 26-0011, professional moving and storage services for Hoxie. Mr. Oliver.
Yes, I'm requesting your approval on this bid release. This is for this upcoming summer's HVAC project at Hoxie Elementary. If you have any questions, you have any answers.
Okay, so this is just to release the bid
Correct.
to go out. Okay.
Correct.
Any questions for Mr. Oliver? Okay, hearing none, looking for a motion to approve.
So
Moved by Mr. Enos, seconded
second.
by Mr. Lucy. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, bid reviews and awards, bid 26-008, professional moving and storage services for Warwick Area Career Tech Center. Mr. Oliver, this is still you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is, I'm requesting your approval for bid award for professional moving services for the Career Tech Center. We are looking for approval for VIP Movers of Boston. They were the lowest bidder. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Okay. Let me get a motion to move it first. I just have a couple of questions. Looking for motion to move bid 26-008.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Lucy, seconded by Mr. Kravitz. Questions? Just one question. I looked at them and I noticed that on VIP, the miscellaneous fees, the packing materials.
Yep.
Like pop-up tote boxes, they're at $11 versus $3.50 for.
I think that was a typo error in his line.
Okay.
I think that's for his seed bins. That was you see the large boxes.
Yeah.
$4.
Okay,
I think that's what happened.
okay. All right, because there was, some of the unit costs seemed a little different, so I just didn't know if
Correct.
the high unit cost
Right, the
would
seed bin,
rack up.
I believe the seed bin is an $11 pass.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Into the 30 for most of the other ones.
I see. Okay, it skipped the line.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the total is the total 278?
Correct.
Guaranteed
That's
maximum?
for
Oh,
the
that's
third
phase-
year
okay.
option. If
Okay.
we go into the third year, then there'll be, that will be the total cost for the entire project.
Okay. All right. Any other questions for Mr. Oliver on that? All right, hearing none. It's moved, seconded. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Recommended award, no recommended awards, no change order reports. Hey. All right, consent payment authorizations. AAA mobile warehousing totaling $579. Looking for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Lucy. Second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Enos. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next, coastal glazing for $500, Norwood envelope.
This was, over at Norwood, we had a door closer on the storefront. It was insecure, to go through operating budget. Was not gonna be quick enough, so we took this on and, called Coastal to come in. They replaced it. They had 2 trips out there, so $500 was fair. Yeah.
Okay. Looking for,
Just have a question, Steve. Can you say that again? You were gonna go through
The
regular,
operating budget,
yeah,
it doesn't, we would have to go through the budget commission and all that. The door was staying
so you
open.
can still submit this to them and get reimbursed?
I don't know.
Okay,
You try it? Okay.
just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the expediency,
Yep.
just.
is it reimbursable? Would this be reimbursed? No. I mean, it's $500, but still. Okay. All right. So we will resubmit this to Mr. Enos okay. All right. Any other questions for Steve? Okay, hearing none, looking for a motion to approve postal glazing for $500. Moved by Mr. Holmes, seconded by Mr. DeCourt and Mr. Lucy. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Items D, G, and H, Dimeo Construction. Application 17 for Pilgrim High School and application 17 for Tollgate, totaling $7,309,483.65.
We're approving both of these. The toll gate rack is a little heavier than we had anticipated because there was a premium due for the subcontractor default insurance that Dimeo had to pay in full. That was about $1.5 million, but we have to pay it at some point. Obviously Pilgrim's a little lighter. It's really just Manafort out there moving dirt around. So, and just so the committee's aware, when there's a process involved when we approve these, we're not just kind of passing these along. So the subcontractor sends their recs to Dimeo. You guys review them, you guys mark them up, you send them back before we even get them. And then they come to Warwick Public Schools and Left Field. We review them. We get a few days to do that. And then we all get in the call, right? And we spend, 30 minutes to an hour and we go through it page by page. So I just don't want you to think that we're just kind of showing these things over. We're taking a good look at them. Admittedly, it's kind of easy right now because we only have a few trades on each site. It's going to get harder. But for now, it's easy.
John, what was that large insurance item you mentioned?
Subcontractor default insurance.
Okay, all right. That's opposed to bonds? Is that what we did? You did that program for all the subs?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, we would have to, you said we would have had to pay that
It's going
anyway.
to be due at some point.
So you pay it now, so,
Pay it now or pay it later.
okay, there's no opportunity cost here for that, so. Okay, all right, then, any further questions for the field?
It aligns with the payment schedule with the city with the cash flow.
Yeah, we're still under what we had projected, so this shouldn't cause any problems with their first borrowing
No
tranche.
problem, just like, it aligns to this.
Yeah, we're not ahead of the projections.
All right,
No, we're still below.
That's good, that's a plus.
you can get in trouble for something else.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll have to.
It's coming. All right, so, no other questions? I'm looking for a motion to approve items G and H. Moved by Mr. Holmes, seconded by Mr. McCaffrey and Mr. Kravitz. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, next, item I, UW Berman for $800, bid 24003, Oakland Beach.
Yeah, this was for a set of window shades in a room that did not get designated to have them, but the sun angle required it, so we ordered them late, and this should have been part of the project, but it's just something that got overlooked. So we ordered them, they're installed, and seek your approval.
Any questions for Steve or Kevin on that? Hearing none, looking for a motion to approve UW Berman for $800.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Enos, seconded by Ms. Calori. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next, item J, FINA Inc., high school bond construction testing agent for $14,705.03.
That's for November. That's our third-party inspector. They've been out at Tollgate, inspecting concrete and rebar placement. So just a monthly progress payment. And we recommend payment.
Everything's cool there? No problems? Not finding
No
any
problems yet.
problems?
I do have a meeting with them on Friday just to make sure that their budget is in alignment with what they're actually spending. They're just, as we know, the on-site field observation, that everyday presence on site can potentially be a budget buster. So just being mindful of that. I want to be careful that we're just, we're aware of the amount of time they're spending out there versus what's absolutely needed. So, but so far we're okay.
Any questions for the field? Yeah, Mr.
The report's being uploaded to the permit? To the portal?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. The city portal, not.
City portal.
Yeah, actually, we just got the December report yesterday, the monthly summary report. I uploaded that to the Tollgate portal yesterday.
Okay, could you send Seth an email? And Doug Berry an emails, because we shut off our notifications because we do so much permitting each day. And it's like ding, 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 all day long. So
Yeah.
we shut them off. So we don't know that you uploaded something.
Okay, I
If
will.
you just shoot them, absolutely, say, yeah, check the portal for new information, or however you want to word it. Thank you.
We'll do.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Testa, your question might have to do with like actual construction deficiencies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my point is just in the money, right? Yeah, so there are typical things that have come up. I think one example would be we had a bolt fail, right? So they were there to witness it, and then we had to do a special test, Skidmore test, right? Which is that we did sort of a systematic evaluation of the strengths of the bolts. Everything is proving to be okay, right? That was one example of, an issue that it's good to have a third party inspector there to observe. We did have some issues with concrete in the early goings, right? I think it was
Air entrainment.
air entrainment, that's right. Which we've been able to rectify. Yeah, it's just another example of why it's good to have them out there doing the testing. So that anything that does come up, we address it.
Okay,
They've proven their value.
okay. Any other questions for anyone on that? If not, looking for motion to approve FENA for $14,705.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Lucy, seconded by Mr. DeCourt. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Okay, items K, L, and M, GZA, for tollgate totaling $63,515.10.
Yeah, we're recommending payment. The geotech work has been kind of overshadowed by the environmental piece. But again, they're another really critical consultant to have out there, right? Essentially, they're making sure that we're putting these foundations in on structurally suitable soil, right? So we don't get settlement down the road. So it's critical we have them out there. Unfortunately, though, as they've shoveled over these invoices that date back to, I think, maybe July and August, they're now at about 90% of their original budget, right? So they're running out of money, and we've only just started to pull them. So, it pains me to say it, but I think that we're going to be coming back to this committee for probably a change to make sure that they're made whole for the time that they're going to spend out at Pilgrim. And, the last couple of days at Pilgrim, to be honest, have showed that we really need them out there, right? For one, we're dealing with winter conditions out there, right? So frost and all that. It's really critical to have the geotech out there to evaluate, make sure we're putting things on suitable soil. And then the site itself is proven to be unpredictable. We had to dig down 8 feet, I think, yesterday, and uncovered some rotting trees. And just generally just unpredictable, right? So all the more reason to have a geotech engineer out there to make sure that we're putting these foundations on good earth. So more to come next month. We've got a meeting with them this afternoon at 1 to look at the schedule and just make sure, okay, what do we really need you guys out there for? Because again, this field observation work can really start adding up. So we want to pay for what's needed, not just what's not needed. So.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a long-winded.
Any surprises are documented in the field reports?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Make sure we get those uploaded also.
for sure. Yeah.
There's another question will be asked.
No, for sure. Yep.
8 months ago, was tollgate was going to be, a year ago, tollgate was going to be the problem.
It is a
So
little.
that was going to be the problematic
funny.
site.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions for left field on that? There, hearing none, looking for a motion to approve GZA for $63,515.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. DeCourt, seconded by Mr. Lucy.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Next, item N, Corel or Coral Controls? Corel, $4,250.
This is the, Corel is the control, vendor that we hired to, help with the BMS system and to, help our heating techs, throughout the year. So this is a progress payment. I believe it's the first of 3. It's 12,000 and change for the year. So we seek your approval. It's proved to be valuable. They've helped our heating techs, several projects where they were just out of their depth. And it's money well spent, with our new heating systems.
Okay, any questions for Steve on that? A hearing none, looking for a motion to approve Corel for $4,250.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Lucy, seconded by Mr. Kravitz and Mr. McCaffrey. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item O, left field, high school bid, $149,975, December OPM services.
Is there inflation? I thought it was
Yeah, so there's an extra 39,975. That is for that pre-construction survey that we hired Falvey Associates to do a few months ago. We sent letters out to everybody within a 250-foot radius of the Pilgrim High School to offer them to have a survey done, right? And so protect ourselves from claims down the road, saying that their foundation was cracked because of the vibration from the construction, right? So we had agreed to that a couple months ago. The bill's due, so that's what that extra 39,975 is for. That was a direct hire to by left field. No 10% markup, right? So that one's on us. So
Okay.
just at cost.
Any other questions for left field? Okay, looking for a motion to approve item O, for 149,975. Moved by Mr. Kravitz, seconded by Ms. Calori. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item P, SOM Architecture, November 2025 services, $119,254.89.
Yeah, monthly progress payment for construction administration services, RFIs, submittal reviews, bulletin issuances for clarifications. We recommend payment.
And that's November, not December.
Right.
Okay. Questions for left field? Okay. Looking for a motion to approve SOM item P. Moved by Mr. Holmes, seconded by Mr. Lucy. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, items. Is it Q through V?
You.
Q through, you want to take these separately or?
No, you can
No.
take.
All right, so items Q through V, Sakosha and Associates.
No,
Q through-
No, I'm sorry, Q through U, I'm sorry. I just don't see the, totaling 32,462 for Sakosha. Bond 2, moved by Mr. Lucy, seconded by Ms. Calori and Mr. Kravitz. Any questions for Sakosha on this? It's pretty straightforward, I think. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, next, item V, Sakosha Tollgate High School Design, December 2025, $147,675.
Yep, same as SOM, monthly progress payments, similar services, although you guys are more up to date on your invoicing, right? This is for December.
Okay.
Recommend payment.
All right, looking to move approval on this. Move by Mr. Kravitz, seconded by Mr. Holmes. Any further questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, item W, Stephen Turner, Inc. for $122.50. Looking for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Enos, seconded by Mr. McCaffrey and Ms. Calori. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, items X and Y, tie and bond, totaling $143,793.07. High school projects, environmental engineering assessments.
Yeah, big money here for both for Pilgrim, obviously. This is for both November and December services. This includes a whole bunch of different types of things. Obviously, the reporting DEM is part of it. They've been reviewing the submittals for the clean import that we're bringing in, structural grade fill. We've had to have them do these letters for the receiving facilities to Grotto and Maryland's Landing, these special facilities to receive contaminated soil. There's these very lengthy letters that have to be submitted in order to gain approval from the facilities to send our stuff there. So they've been doing that. There's also 9 full days of construction observation work, right? That this is a recurring theme of the meeting is that tends to add up, right? That full-time in the field observation work. So there's 9 days of that and then 3 half days of that. I'll note though, that I think close to 2/3 of this amount is just for lab fees, just lab testing fees. So I'm glad that I think we're beyond, for the most part, beyond lab testing. So anyway, that's what that's for. It's been earned and we recommend payment.
Okay. All right. Looking for motion to approve items X and Y, the tie and bond.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Enos, seconded by Mr. McCaffrey and Mr. Kravitz. Any questions for left field?
Yeah, John, what are they testing for?
All the stuff that we've been testing for, all the polyaromatic hydrocarbons, arsenic, rare metals, just the whole list. And I don't remember exactly what it is, but There's a standard 13 or 15 or so metals that have to get,
Find more than we want.
and it depends
We're
on
gonna cap
the
it.
facility and where we're taking it to. They want to see different things, but that's, I know you've got your own experiences with this stuff, but that's what I know.
All right. Any other questions for left field? Okay, hearing none, to move in second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Next, new business, discussion, capital and construction project status update from Mr. Oliver. Mr. Oliver.
Glad to report that, we placed our last door at Park Elementary School over Christmas break. That has, been finished and waiting for some glass to come in for the door. Other than that, that's pretty much done. Design for this summer's, summer projects is ongoing. Hopefully be out to bid. Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, the end of this month, at the beginning of the next.
Yeah, we're shooting for, probably first week or so of February to get them on the street.
Okay, thank you. And we're still in negotiations about the, Scott Sewer project, with the landowner from Bull Hill Road. Just waiting.
He doesn't want to cave.
That's all I have today.
Use the heavy hand of the government. Any questions for Mr. Oliver on that? Okay. Next item, discussion, high school project update per Mr. Bates and a tie and bond update.
Okay, can we start with my colleague, Mr. Brownell, who's going to give us a toll gate construction update?
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Starting with steel erection, Stellar Steel has been moving at a steady pace, averaging roughly 70 pieces of steel per day. They're currently working in areas D and C. Structural steel is expected to start in area A on the 12th and beginning in area B on the 19th. We have an estimated steel completion in mid-February. Regards to site and civil work, rock crushing and processing is still ongoing on site. Drainage and water line tie-ins have been ongoing over the past month. Currently, we have Manafort constructing underground system 2 in the far east corner of the job site. In regards to masonry, they completed erection of elevator 1 in area A recently. And in regards to MEP work on site, Delta Mechanical has been installing underground plumbing to include storm drainage and sanitary lines in areas A and B. They will begin further underground plumbing installation in area D on the 12th. Rossi has been busy tying in temporary power on the job site, as well as working on rough ends for the conduit lines across various portions of the job site.
Questions? Ms. Glory?
I just have a quick question.
Sure.
There'll be no more jackhammering. Closest to the, wait a minute, I'm done. Closest to the building in the next like 3 weeks.
I don't think there should be.
Okay.
Yeah, most of that work is completed over in that section.
Yeah, the reason I ask you, we have midterm exams
Gotcha.
coming up and
I
I'm
do
teachers
think
have
about
already.
that quite frequently.
No more
There's a lot of
underground.
places next to the school, so that should be minimal,
Okay.
if anything.
I will reassure them.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why we would be doing any of that near the
Okay.
building in the next few weeks.
Thanks.
Excellent.
And if for some reason we do need to, I will let you know.
Oh, please.
Tell the kids you're gonna
Yeah,
cancel the
so-
midterm. They'll be happy.
Yeah, can I
right?
give you the dates?
Schedule,
So you know?
Sure.
times.
So it starts on the 16th and it's from 7:30 to 11:50. The 16th to the 22nd.
Same time each day,
Yes,
16th through.
the 22nd.
11:50, you want to go at it?
Yeah, 11:50, knock your socks off.
Jackhammer away on it.
Yeah,
All right, thank you.
no, thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
Exams go skyrocket.
I know.
All right, so are you gonna give us a Pilgrim update, Mr.
Yeah,
Bates? That's you?
Pretty quick, I think. So Pilgrim, they started chipping away at some underground utilities in the southeast corner. If you drive by, you'll see some manholes poking out of the ground there. Last couple of days, as I mentioned, they started trenching for the foundations in the southwest corner of the building, where we uncovered some really strange things like buried trees and the like. So, Marguerite Concrete is mobilizing as we speak, right? And so they're actually going to be starting work in earnest next week, right, with foundations. So things are moving. Things are moving. And then a note about Ty and Bond. So a couple of conversations I had with the DEM team, I was able to make the case that since, you know, I'm out there every day anyway, doing my OPM field work, I can serve as the on-site environmental monitor, if you will. And it just means I'm going to submit to DEM a biweekly report of the site conditions and just assure them that everything is in order and the dust mitigation controls are in place. And that'll satisfy that requirement from the state standpoint. And I'm hoping it's going to save us about $150,000 in Ty and Bond's fees. So I took that as a small win, and it just, you know, a little extra work for me, but that's fine, right? That's no problem, no charge.
That's what we pay you for,
Yeah.
right?
You got it.
So, okay, any other questions for? Okay, hearing none. Next, discussion action item, Rhode Island Energy Pilgrim Incentive for Mr. Bates.
Right, so remember way back, we enrolled in the utility incentive program. We got our agreement for the incentive amount. It's $246,060. And if you were like me and you said, well, I thought it was $1.50 per square foot that we get reimbursed, and by my account gets over $300,000. You know, I asked that question. So it's incremental. So we get the full amount based on the incremental value. And as it was explained to me, it's like whatever equipment is installed above code is what's eligible for the incentive reimbursement. So if you install $10 worth of equipment, say $5 of that is just meeting code, the remaining $5 is above and beyond code to get you that additional, energy efficient value, then you get reimbursed on that $5, just theoretically. So that's why we're not getting the full $1.50 per square foot. We're getting something close to that. That's the best they can do. I trust they're calculating. And something similar will come over for toll gates soon, I presume.
Is that on the old energy code?
Yeah. We were grandfathered in.
Okay.
We sent them a notification that we'd be under the previous code instead of the new one.
Excellent.
That works better.
Yeah, it's a lot more stringent now, so it costs more money.
Okay. All right. Any questions for Mr. Bates on that? If not, I'm looking for a motion to approve the Rhode Island Energy Pilgrim Incentive. Moved by Mr. Holmes, second? Seconded by Ms. Calori. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Discussion action. Give me a change order process per Mr. Bates.
Okay.
Mr.
Bear
Bates.
with me. So we've got a sample potential change order notification, right? This is a PCO. James is going to hand out hard copies for your reference. This is not an actual change of work, right? This is not a contract change. This PCO is what's typically sent to us as a heads up that there's a cost change to the owner on its way, and it's got a value on the cover page that you'll see. So we just want to talk about the typical process that we've all, Warwick Public Schools, Left Field, Dimeo have discussed and we're in agreement on, but we want to kind of present it to you and get your input if you want. So I'm just going to read through the process that we've outlined, bear with me, right? So when a potential change notice comes our way, right, Dimeo submits it to capital projects, to Left Field, and we get about a week to review it, right? So they're going to be coming over on a rolling basis, right? So it doesn't mean that you just get one and you're done. I mean, these things are going to be coming over, especially these early goings of the process on a regular basis. So what's going to happen is we get the week to review it, and then we're going to sit down together as a team, Warwick Capital Projects, Left Field, Lumio, the architects, and we're going to review it and see if we have any questions. And this is going to apply to whatever PCOs are kind of out there, right, for that given week. And we're going to come to an agreement that we either approve or we reject it or we want to edit it. So once we're all in approval, right, first the architect is going to sign it. They send it to Left Field and Warwick Public Schools, and we're in agreement with it. And then so we take it to the next step, which is we bundle it, right, at the end of the month as a change order, or what will become a change order, right? It will be a collection of these PCOs, right? Those that have come forward over the course of the month. We'd be bundling them into a change order, right, which would be brought before the committee on that given month. You would have an opportunity to see all of these PCOs collected that would comprise that change order that be presenting to you that month. That change order would become the actual contract change once that's agreed on and once that's executed. So these are just the notifications of the change. These get sort of bundled together to comprise that change order at the end of the month that comes before you guys. The superintendent would be the one that would ultimately sign that change order. And that would give Dimeo the blessing to start billing against that work that presumably would probably already be in place at that point because we have to keep this process moving. I'm sorry, I kind of stumbled through that. And James, I mean, if there's anything I missed, please, if you're, feel free to jump in, but no.
No, I think that pretty much outlines the process. Yeah, I guess we just wanted to present a typical PCO to everybody in the room here to review the content. It has a title that briefly explains the work, a description that explains the work more in depth, why it is a change to the project. It has a schedule of values that outlines the subcontractors and their individual costs that are impacted. And then the net markups on that subtotal cost of work.
And this is the same process that we follow in all the smaller projects. It's just a little different format. Visually, it's a little bit different, and a lot more information.
This is kind of a good example because this is a legitimate owner change as opposed to say a CM contingency change because of the fact that in this particular case, we had to do some exploratory work, some test pits to find the existing utility hotbox on site at the toll gate. And the existing drawings that we were given were just way off. Right? So it took them double the amount of time, double the amount of test pits that could be reasonably assumed. And it would be different, I'd say, if site subcontractor just was inefficiently working and dug too many test pits and for no good reason. I mean, I think that would be the case where that would be on, say, the CM contingency as opposed to an owner change. But this is a legitimate case where we just didn't have the right existing conditions documentation. So hence why it would be an owner change. Thought it'd be a good example. It's small enough to digest and
So on a monthly basis, if the monthly meeting here would be a compilation of whatever happened, are we going to get a packet that's the stick?
it's going to be a sizable packet. Yeah.
And it'll be electronic, right? It'll be electronic too. So, yeah.
What's
okay.
that?
It's going to be electronic and it will be in the,
Yeah,
yeah.
we won't come to you with a stack of these and.
we
put it
can't
in front
afford
of
the
you.
paper,
It'll
right,
be
Mr.
all
Enos?
digital.
So John, in this situation, who provided the initial, plan for what layout was?
Kent County Water. Yeah.
And we had supposedly,
Self-explanatory.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had existing drawings from the schools and they were on the other side of the road. So the as-bills were way off.
It's Kent County Water,
They were-
anything goes.
Yeah. So.
Let's let them pay it.
Yeah.
That's, seriously, I mean, I don't know. There should be a recourse,
Yeah, but it was on our property, so.
but we didn't do the, yeah,
John, how does this $5,600 square with the $55,000 on Manafort on the third page? You have two $25,000. I can't read, does that say GMP allowance?
Yeah, so we had a test pit allowance, a general test pit allowance
Yeah.
in Manafort's contract.
Yeah.
So we build the first 25,000 against that.
Yeah.
Then in the GM, around the time that we had LOR 11, we knew that we were going to need to do some additional exploratory work, specifically test pits to locate the water line.
Yeah.
So we included another $25,000 allowance, owner allowance, specific to that scope of work. So the next $25,000 was billed against that.
Right.
So that leaves the $5,322 as an overage of that allowance, which is reconciled here via change order.
So we spent $55,000 doing test pits.
Trying to
Yeah.
find those water, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the digging and then it's the backfill and then it's the asphalt work to repair the roadway. It was several days of a crew out there. with the
We're talking
equipment.
about the road to the other side of it. Not even close.
We get our water.
Take the plans?
Yes.
So we got our water from Ken, let's just deduct this from the water bill.
I get the phone.
All right, so, and Stevie, this is the process that we've been using, only this one's gonna be more detailed.
Format, but it's the same process we
Okay.
followed through all our bond projects.
And this is not an unusual process
No,
for,
no,
Okay.
this is a standard way to move things forward.
okay.
Doesn't Kent County require now that the hot boxes be above grade like a doghouse now?
So there's a new that's what we were doing is we were trying to locate that water line so we can confirm the location that the hot box as it was drawn on the contract drawings. Water line's actually on the other side of the road, so there's a future bulletin that moves that hot box from one side to the other so that it can be coordinated with the existing water line.
You ran into that when we were doing the ice rink.
That's 1276 Baldwin Road.
Yes, that's my concern. Going forward, we're gonna find that whatever drawings are on hand here, like they were drawn by someone's kid, you know?
There wasn't a lot of attention to detail, plus,
Yeah.
53 years later, drawings have disappeared.
Yeah, and, yeah, that's a separate question. The question of a drawing that's completely inaccurate, right? That forces us to have to spend $55,000 to fix, right? It really shouldn't be on us. It shouldn't be on these people here.
But it's on our property.
No, I understand. It's just, it's one of those things. It's, you know, it's risk-free for the people who drew the plans. Okay, any other questions for Demio on this?
I do.
Yes,
It's not really on this, but I noticed, when you're putting down, construction workers and laborers and classifications. I asked this question a long time ago. Is somebody actually checking with the workers? And rather than just accepting paperwork that's saying this guy's a laborer or whatever, there's gonna be a verification system. Somebody's gotta go out and actually ask the worker, this is John Doe? Yes, I'm a laborer. Yes, I'm getting paid this. I'm just wondering, prevailing rate. And I asked the question.
This is union, so.
Yeah, it's prevailing wage and it's all backed by the certified payrolls.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop them from not paying the guy what they say they're paying him.
Or adding extra labor.
Yeah,
With this being a PLA, we're not really doing.
we're not doing that.
We're not doing prevailing wage, we're doing union rates. Right?
No, I agree. I just want to make sure somebody's taking that last step because that's highly noted. That's where they cheat, where somebody would cheat. I know it's union and everything else, but just the step to verify that John Doe is the laborer on the job and he's getting paid laborer's wages and it's not a cop and classified as a laborer, whatever. It's going to start happening now more than it has before, but I see some of the payrolls that are in this packet. So that's what reads my curiosity.
I'm sure that there
Yeah,
are
so-
safeguards out there that we can look into, Billy, to make sure that a laborer is doing laborer's work, a carpenter is doing
Yeah,
carpenter's work, and you don't have any cross contamination between trades and what their rates are, things like that.
Yeah.
We can look in and see what type of safeguards there are.
Okay,
Yeah, we have the certified payrolls that are submitted to safeguard what they're being paid. And then on site, we have a labor steward on site full time right now, so he's ensuring that everybody's staying.
He's
in their
checking,
lane,
make sure they
doing
have
the work that-
their
just making sure. 'Cause-
member is in good standing.
Thank you.
all right. Any other questions for Mr. Bates or anyone? Okay, looking for a motion. It's,
I got one more question.
oh yeah, Mr.
Just
Lewis.
one more.
we've got, why is there overtime on Manafort's labor foreman, laborer, operating engineer? Why would there be overtime hours?
There were a couple of days, Armin, when there was work that, the repair work took longer than the 8-hour
Waiting
normal
on
work
the
day.
asphalt or something like that.
All right. I'm good.
All right. So I'll be looking for a motion to approve the change order process as presented. So moved by Mr. Holmes, second. Seconded by Mr. Enos. Any other questions? Okay, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Okay, next item, discussion action, Capital and Construction Department Director, post-retirement retention for Mr. Testa. Mr. McCaffrey and Mr. Gothrick have left on this one. So as we all know, Steve is going to retire on February 6th. He's officially announced his retirement. And for many of you who've been on this committee from the beginning, Steve's succession plan was initially Bill Massarelli, came from New York.
Right.
Over a couple of years under Steve would retire, he would take over. So then he would move back to New York. He was here for about a year, I think. Then we hired my guy Frady, same plan, worked under Steve for 2 years. Now Steve's retirement window was closing, so Mr. Oliver took the job in April. So to give him 8 months in the job and then say, well, Steve's all gone, doesn't rest well with me. So what I'm asking this committee to approve is just what we'd like to keep Steve on 2 days a week in a consultative role. And then the details he'd have to work out with Mr. McCaffrey, the finance office, and everything else. So it wouldn't be for us to decide what that compensation figure is and all that, and the duties and responsibilities. My personal feeling is I think Steve's contribution here is invaluable. I think it's a no-brainer to me to keep him on for those 2 days because the project, I think, needs that and it would be for 1 year. Right, and then at the end of the year, if Steve wants to fully retire, he fully retires, but it also enables Mr. Oliver to get completely up to speed.
Yeah.
Because, you know, with all due respect to Mr. Oliver, I mean, he came in April, he broke ground in April, and we still have the other remaining projects from Bond 2 out there. So the vote here would just be, it's really a vote of the sense of the committee. Say, yes, we would like to have Steve retained for 2 days in a consultative pending whatever deal can be worked out with the superintendent.
David, is 2 days enough?
That's what Steve's preference is.
Okay.
That's what he wants.
I guess it's enough.
Yeah, yeah. That's what he wants. Yeah. So, and again, I mean, you know, we would be having this conversation if, you know, Mr. Ifredi went to work for his wife's company.
Right.
Understandable. So, but you do have to have a transition, and I don't like hard transitions, especially with projects of this size, right? And with all due respect to Mr. Oliver, their experiences are different, right? Steve's experience, Kevin's
He's got
experience are different.
institutional knowledge. that
Right.
Kevin couldn't
And
possibly have.
there's still some relationship building with RIDE. And I don't know how much we'll interact with Dr. Silver going forward, if there's still a lot of interaction or not. But, you know, he's
Hopefully
tough.
not much.
He's-
I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, he's tough, and it did, you know, it took Steve a few years to actually develop that relationship to the point where, okay, they can have a two-way conversation, and it's not, this is what you're gonna do. So I think that, I don't think there's any downside to this. I think the benefits more than outweigh. So.
Budgetary transition of this, how do we make it work?
Well, Mr. From a fiscal aspect, we can make it work. Because I think the plan would be, he'd be like a 1099 per diem.
That's
So,
one thing.
yeah, so there's no benefits, there's no pension, there's nothing that, that whole office is paid out of a bond anyway. It doesn't come out of general operating funds from the school department. So financially, it's still gonna be a savings. You're gonna go from Mr. Oliver, 2 people,
Two to one and a half.
to one and a whatever. So there's a decent amount of savings on the bond side of the budget. So it's just to work out, I guess, a daily rate. So,
I think it's absolutely a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to make a motion if that's what's
all right,
necessary.
all right. So I would make a motion that the building committee recommend that Mr. Gothberg stay on for a 2-day a week in a consultant capacity.
The only caveat I would say is that we find out that 2 days isn't enough. Do we have any leeway?
So Mr. Gothberg is assured that if I have any issues or questions other than the 2 days that he's working, he would be more than happy to help out with
That's
the
good.
process.
I figured that, but it's good.
I think it's not a case that he won't pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Because I'm not working today. I don't think that's, I don't think that's not how he's made up.
We all have Steve's number. So.
Yes. All right, so looking for a motion to move by Mr. Holmes, second by Mr. DeCourt. Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Good luck, Deb.
Public comment, there is none.
Really on the hot seat.
Yeah.
All right, committee member request for future consideration. We all know how that works. Future business, next meeting date is Wednesday, February 4th. That will be the day after the special election. Bond. Last night there was a forum. Most of you folks were there. I thought it went very, very well. Well, the intent, in my view, was to just update the public on status of the project, where we are, what our expectation is for what we would need to complete the project as we had submitted it. And that came out to roughly 13 to 18 million. That's the best guess. And as I pointed out last night, it's the same number we had last February. Difference being now that we've had bids come in, we have a GMP, and we're still at those same numbers. So, I thought Chris Spiegel, who's not here, his presentation was excellent last night. And I think, we just needed people to know. So this supplemental, or this special election bond, again, the goal was just for people to understand what the schools would potentially need from that. And that was it. And so I think we accomplished that. So that's it.
Yeah, I thought for the most part, even the critics were complimentary to the project.
Yeah.
One of the critics wanted additional upgrades to things, but
Mhm.
that is what it is. And then another one,
Well, they want to know what the rest of the money's going.
and then another one was one of our biggest critics was actually complimentary. He's for the kids.
So,
So it was, I thought it was very positive, well run, and
yeah, I truly think this project, considering the timeframe, right? The time in which we started this and went out to bid and everything else, and I think the work that's been done by Left Field, by Dimeo, and to a lesser extent by this committee, I think we should be commended and not criticized for what we will be delivering in face of all the headwinds that we had. I think so. All right. Other than that, there's nothing else. I'm looking for a motion to adjourn. So moved by Mr. Lucy, second. Seconded by Mr. Holmes. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned at 8:18.